don't sleep on this. Now is the time people are getting online. Digital businesses are booming. People are making money, like insane amounts of money.
Let's start from the beginning for our viewers. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Judith Chitedze, and I'm a passionate writer first and foremost. I love writing. So currently I'm doing SEO content writing for business coaches and small businesses. I've done LinkedIn management, and I'm a blogger at contentbyjudith.com in the entrepreneurship and digital marketing niche.
So I understand you had a 8-to-5 job before this. What inspired you to make a switch and rewrite your 8-to-5 story?
Honestly, it was a feeling of being stuck. I had always had a plan to leave formal employment a few years in. I didn't want to stay formally employed for years and years and years. I had a mind to get into entrepreneurship. So a few years in, I discovered the reality was that I would have to have a concrete plan to venture out on my own. I couldn't just say, okay, 3 years is up, let's get into entrepreneurship. I didn't have a plan.
Right.
So that made me stay in corporate longer than I wanted. So I stayed in corporate for about 9 years. And at the 9th year, I was at the breaking point. I was like, this is it. I have to do something. I have to find something. So it was almost like a fast, move quickly and get this done. And I started researching about freelancing, about online business, making money online. I came across freelance writing. I came across copywriting specifically. I watched a lot of YouTube videos and I came to find out, copywriting is a thing and people are making good money in this field. I think that was the first time I came across the term, because the only copyright I knew is copyright law. And this copywriting had a W in it. So I was like, let's learn more. Came to find out it's a digital marketing field, and it's actually the bedrock of any digital marketing activity that happens on the web. So I was really intrigued, and I decided, you know what, I want to try this out. And that's when I got into copywriting, SEO, content writing, blogging, and that sort of thing.
What made you take the leap and what was your first step?
So all those YouTube videos I watched were not enough. I discovered I still had so many questions, like, okay, I know I can do copywriting. Yes, I can do social media and all that sort of thing, but how do I actually start? How do I draw an audience? What do I write about? Niches? What do I specifically focus on?
Yeah.
So I had so many interests and I had my ideas scattered all over the place, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of work to do. So I sought out mentors. That's the first thing I did. I decided to invest in myself, pay someone to show me the way from start to finish, and that really helped me get started. Once I got mentors, then they guided me to personal branding, and I started building my brand on LinkedIn. So I started a LinkedIn newsletter and I wrote an article targeting my ideal client at the time. I wanted to get into software as a service and write for that industry. And that's exactly what happened. I wrote an Upwork proposal and then included that article in my proposal, and I got hired. That was my first client, and it was amazing. It was proof to me I could actually do this and make money.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point, you've piqued our interest. So how did things progress from there?
Well, once I landed that first client on Upwork, everything changed. I literally replaced my 8-to-5 income in the very first month of working with this client. So I have a little caveat. This is because of the currency exchanges. I was earning in dollars, so that translated quite significantly to my local currency. That's why I was able to quickly replace my income. So don't give yourself pressure to do it in the first month and have these high expectations, right? So once I did that, it really kept me going, because I was able to pay off my loan which at the time I could only throw a little percentage at with my salary. So having this online job, I could throw more money at it and get it done quicker than I would have. What would have taken me about 2 years to pay off took me 3 months. So I paid it off, and that was so amazing for me. I was like, whoa, this making money online thing is working. Started focusing on refining my skills. I networked with fellow freelancers on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has been my platform since day one. I tried Instagram at the very beginning, but then I quickly realized that it has quite a steep learning curve, let me just say. So I went to LinkedIn, and things worked out for me because the vibe on there is just different, and I love it there.
How long have you done it so far?
So it's been 9 months now since I started freelance writing.
Wow, 9 months in. And what does your freelance writing career look like now?
Well, it's been an incredible journey, and I've managed to work with a few clients in different industries, but currently I'm more passionate about working with business coaches and beginner freelance writers, because coaching is something I'm also passionate about, and that's how I got started. And I just want to help those people grow because of the kind of impact they're making in the world. For people like me, I was able to rewrite my story because of coaches and mentors and stuff. So I want to work with them. I want to help them write engaging blog posts that rank on search engines on Google and promote their programs.
Right, so you're taking it back to the community, being a mentor to them.
Yes.
So if we speak of strategies, what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about starting their own freelance writing journey and their online career?
So for you to get started, my biggest piece of advice would be start right where you are. You know what you're passionate about, you know what you're interested in. If you go in the online spaces, you're gonna find people talking about so many different things. Some are interested in home decor, personal development, writing, whatever it is. Pick something you like. I know if you're anything like me, you have so many interests, so you really have to just choose that one thing that you can endlessly talk about. For a start, once you get started, you can always incorporate the rest. So don't be so bogged down about finding a niche and all that sort of thing. It's important, but for you to get started, to just get yourself off of there trying to think on how to launch, just start with building your personal brand. Pick a platform. For me, I say LinkedIn really is my vibe. It has the kind of vibe I love. And a lot of people have said this, but if you don't like it, you can go to Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Go and start telling your story. Go and start sharing your interests. That way you're building a personal brand. You start seeing people following your page and following your account, your posts and all that. Then that's how you get started, and then you find clients along the way.
Yeah, for the sake of our viewers, let's keep learning from your experiences. So can you tell us what challenges you faced along the way and how did you overcome them?
One of the biggest challenges I had to deal with in the beginning was self-doubt. I would ask myself, am I really able to deliver? I remember accepting my contract on Upwork and feeling so overwhelmed. And I was like, can I really give this client what he's looking for? So I got really stressed about it. I even had to talk to my mom. Hi, Mom!
Okay.
And then she's like, God doesn't give you something you can't manage. When opportunities come to you at that time, that's the perfect time. So you just have to take it one day at a time. So that's what I did. I went into it with faith. And then, I was able to deliver, and the client kept me on for quite a long time. After that, it was a matter of meeting deadlines and managing multiple projects and making sure that I delivered good quality and stuff like that. But I learned that experience is the best teacher. You start somewhere, so don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect from the very beginning. You always learn as you go, and clients are human beings. That's what I learned along the way. These are humans that you're dealing with. You can ask them questions. It's their project. They have the vision. So you're just there to help them bring that vision to life. You can ask them questions. You can do some research. There's so much free information available out there for you to use. So those are some of the things I struggled with, but then I overcame.
So from the timeline you've given us, you're fast approaching your first year anniversary of online freelance writing. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And you've already achieved so much in just 9 months. What's next for you?
Well, I'm really excited about the future. I'm looking forward to growing my client base and helping more beginner freelance writers get started. So I want to expand my blog and make it into a resource for these beginner writers who might or might not want to go the freelancing route. There's also the content creation route, right? So I just want to create that resource for them and for us all, really, to grow our craft and turn our passion into profit.
Right.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, what's a personal message that you want to send to the viewers, and what should they take away from your story?
Right. So the whole essence of sharing my story is to encourage someone who's been where I've been and who's just trying to lean more into their creative side. And then you have this feeling that there's more to life than the daily grind of waking up at 6 a.m. or maybe 5 and rushing through traffic and getting to work and constantly returning home exhausted. Guys, it's painful. I just want you not to feel like you have to stay stuck in that place, in a lifestyle that you don't like, in a job that you don't love. Come up with a concrete plan. And by concrete, I don't mean you have to have everything figured out. Just list down the things you're interested in and tell yourself, this is something I can pursue. And then search online to see if there's someone doing that same thing, because you want to validate that it can make you money. You don't want to just be like, ooh, I'm following my passion. But then will that passion pay your bills? So you have to look at it in that way. And then also, when you're deciding this, you should decide if you want to go into it part-time or full-time. For me, it was full-time. I was not going to stay in that job for longer than I had to. So I decided on full-time, but you can also do this part-time and make money on the side. That's gonna be your side hustle, which can still later employ you and replace your full-time income. So just look at it, look at your natural talent as something you can actually monetize, because most of our natural talents can actually be monetized online these days. There's so much opportunity online. Don't sleep on this. Now is the time people are getting online. Digital businesses are booming. People are making money, like insane amounts of money. So yes, sometimes we want to be all this nice and be like, oh, I'm just doing this it's my passion, I enjoy it, and I want to touch lives. Yes, you're going to touch lives, but at least let it make you money as well, because you're going to spend time doing that thing, and that's time you could have spent doing an income generating activity. So why not make your interest, your passion, your income generating activity? So focus on that. Get researching, get yourself a mentor. After that, once you decide, okay, this is the thing I want to do, like I decided on writing, then seek out a mentor, seek out a writer. In my case, I would seek out a writer who can show me what to write about, where to find the clients, and how to go through things. Hi, beginner writers, you can reach out to me. So that's a shameless plug. So please subscribe and like and comment if this spoke to you. I really would love to have you in my network. Let's grow together. Let's learn together and make this happen.